Sure. What can I do for you? Yes. Our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes. With a voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe, the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, the Dragonborn comes. For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows. You'll know the Dragonborns come. Feel free to make requests. There's nothing like a good song to lift the spirit in troubled times. Need something? Sure. What can I do for you? Only true Imperials request that one. This is an ode to Skyrim's staunch protectors, the Imperials. We drink to our youth, to the days come and gone, for the age of aggression is just about done. We'll drive out the storm cloaks and restore what we own. With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing. We're the children of Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. And when Sovngarde beckons, every one of us dies. But this land is ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams. Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of your death, we will drink and we'll sing.
If you need a good rumor or two, I think I can oblige. Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. I think the Bard's College might be looking for recruits. You should speak to the head of the college, Viarmo, if you're interested. Have you seen that Shrine of Azura? They say that dark elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense. I've heard Jari Raz hanging around the Wells district, looking for new blood to hire. Varnius Junius stopped by here on his way to court. He was worried about something. I'm sure Falk Firebeard could tell you what. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that? Magic. You're on the wrong side of Skyrim. You want Winterhold. That college there, they teach it. Otherwise, you can try the Jarl's Wizard. I wouldn't, though. Take a look. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. They were smaller back then. Remember the winking skeever next time you're footsore.
I'm not interested, Jari. It doesn't matter how many times you ask.
You might want to rethink that. You're missing out on some wonderful opportunities working in that bar. You're passing through Solitude? Maybe you're looking to make some easy gold, yes? It's easy to find things to sell. Things nobody will miss. Things from underground, or just left lying around in someone's house. I bet the two of us, we're very alike. So why not take the next step? We can help each other. My sister Deeja and I are treasure hunters. We like to collect things. I knew you looked like a clever one. With the war, many more ships come through these docks, loaded with weapons and pay, but few people, and they pass through dangerous waters. We have an interest in one of those boats, the Ice Runner. The Solitude Lighthouse will be guiding it in, but if its fire were to go out, the Ice Runner would run aground. What an interesting idea. I think if someone were to do something like that, there would definitely be a certain amount of loot to be shared. Yes, if someone were to put out the lighthouse fire and then meet me on the docks afterwards, I could certainly direct them to that loot. Don't worry about them. We'll make sure they wash up safe. Maybe they'll even pay us for their heroic rescue from their sad crash. It would be best if we spoke little until you've completed your task.
Keep the cold at bay. Spiced wine.
Fresh off the boat. Freshest in Skyrim.
Huh? Spiced wine, the taste of home and heart.
Fresh fish, straight from the fjord.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested.
course. And I'm sure it's mostly for sale.
Plenty of ways to worship the divine.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed, and take my advice. Never too many drinking games, too many bets, and I'm too old to ever raise the coin on my own. He's a stubborn oaf. I don't know what good it'll do. You should speak to my daughter, Yvette. She's the brains of the family.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what? Take a look. The finest weapons and armor. I think I would, if it weren't for my son and my wife. Oh, same I would have my hide if I even suggested I might step foot on a battlefield. You think Stormcloaks and Legionnaires are dangerous? Ha! It's almost all I have time for these days. The men training here in Solitude, and the troops out in the field. They all need weapons and armor. You should look into joining. They could use every hand they can get. To be honest, no. But High King Torrig supported them, and now her Lady Elisif has thrown in with them. You could say I'm a king's man at heart. I guess that's Jarl's man now. My loyalty lies with Solitude. So, where Jarl Elisif leads, I follow. Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
Apples, tomatoes, leeks and cabbages. Fresh.
Hello and welcome, my friend. How may I help you on this fine day? Why, of course. And will you also be needing the bow that shoots rainbows? Or perhaps a quiver that dispenses beer? Look, if you want arrows, we have them. But don't insult my intelligence. Bows and arrows for the mighty huntsman. Perhaps I'll be seeing more of you. True, I may look the part of dashing swordsman.
Seems there's no end. The finest weapons and armor. Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
Empress Vittoria Vici is getting married soon. The reception will be public. Anyone in Solitude can attend.
You look like you could do with a ripe apple.
Bit of warming
Or a
wine,
tomato.
Rosie? You
Cabbage.
know you can't
Or
resist.
leek.
Not fair. You're well
That
aware
I
can't
do.
seem to get
I had a
on.
messenger from Dragon
Do
Bridge
you
stop
know I
here
look
on his way
forward
to the
the
Blue
burning of King
Palace not
Olaf
too
each
long
year
ago.
just because of the fire?
He was very nervous. Mentioned something about needing help. Take a look.
Finest fish here. Caught daily.
Keep the cold at bay with our spiced wine.
Come back when you figure out how to spend money.
Fruit! Fresh off the boat. The freshest in Skyrim.
If those Whiterun guards can take down a dragon, so can we.
You help me. You help people, right? That's what you do. My master has abandoned me, abandoned his people, and nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help? Last I saw him, he was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as a Jarl. No, no, such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been ages since they had last had tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that. Oh, you just don't understand. Without him, I am not free. Without him, I am doomed. All of his empire shall fall into chaos. All right, then.
Hello, yes. I'm the Dean of History.
Welcome to the Bard's
and
College.
Strandwork.
I'm
I
the...
can find some quiet
Always a pleasure to meet a prospective bard. You should be aware that many apply, but we accept very few people. When possible, we ask applicants to perform tasks the college needs completed. In this case, I do have a task befitting an aspiring bard. Elisif has forbidden the burning of King Olaf, a festival put on by the Bard's College. We need to change her mind. To convince her, I want to read King Olaf's verse, a part of the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Unfortunately, the verse was lost long ago. Yes, according to Giraud, our history's keeper, the portion of the Edda dealing with King Olaf might still exist in Dead Man's Respite. I need you to retrieve the poem. I wish you luck in finding the verse.
You're new here, right? Welcome to the Bard's College.
Good evening. I'm Pantia Atia, the master vocalist. It's been my honor to perform at the Blue Palace on many occasions. His late lordship was quite an admirer.
Trouble?
Oh, hello. Just tidying up. Oh, I'd get in trouble for that. It's not allowed. Besides, it's scary in there. Don't mess anything up while you're here. Are you my gallant hero? Have you come to... Oh, I'd get in trouble for that. It's not allowed. Besides, it's scary in there. Please don't interrupt the court.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafengar's people will always be safe under
Your
my
Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
I've got what I came for. I better get back to Dragonbridge.
The Imperials are good for business, and business is good for Skyrim.
Be quick. I have little patience for mundane concerns.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward. Oh, I thought that matter was handled. I think Falk is taking care of that. A question I am all too familiar with. They worry that Tullius is so focused on the war. The real irony is that trust is always difficult, especially for my people. Yet we must
I have so
trust
very
in
many
Tullius's
ways to deal with
leadership.
people.
For
Very
what other
few
choice
of
do
them
we have?
pleasant.
My duty is to keep the Jarl safe,
for
not play
solitude and
nursemaid
my
to you
husband.
sycophants.
The Jarl is not the... You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work. Absolutely not. That wing has been sealed for hundreds of years, and for good reason. They say the ghost of Pelagius the Mad still haunts it. Ghost or not, there are reminders of his dark rule that are best left buried away. Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue
You're
Palace
trying my
is an open
patience.
forum.
I can teach you, but I won't be held responsible for what you do with the knowledge. I have no time or patience for a student. Perhaps the College of Winterhold will grant you admission. I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate this. Take care of yourself, and always remember, the world is ripe with people looking to spill your blood.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard. Not yet, no. Although this land is... Only then will I take my rightful place. Because that's what traitorous Ulfric coveted, and so he... When Ulfric... That is all I will say. For it grieves me to speak of it. Oh, hello. Are you my gallant hero? Have you come to whisk me away to a life of adventure
Got to keep my
and
eyes
romance?
open. Damn
Don't mess
dragons could
anything up
swoop
while
down
you're
at
here.
any time.
Sibyl Sten. No doubt most folk in Skyrim consider the dragons terrifying. I make sure Erica keeps breathing. You are free to leave.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Please, take pity on an old madman. He stays in the Pelagius wing of the Blue Palace. The doors are locked, and only Falk Firebeard can grant entry. But I hear the maids, Una and Erdi, know how to enter it for cleaning. Surely they could help for such an important matter. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Without his guidance, our homeland is... Oh, but I'm sure he'll... He is a great man, but he has full... But you will know him when you see him. He's the one who made me like this.
Hello, my child. RK watch over you. You mean Rogvir? Yes, I made an appeal to Captain Aldous. He allowed Rogvir to have a proper Nord burial, as is the custom in Solitude. All my life, I practically grew up in the hall. My father and mother were the priest and priestess of RK before me, you see. I believe I was put here to protect this place from the darkness that pervades Solitude. This city has a long history of madness and murder. The Wolf Queen, Pelagius, the death of High King Torygg, and now public executions. My books tell the stories, have no doubt. As pretty as its streets are, as jovial as the bards may be, darkness is drawn to Solitude. May Arche bless you with a long life.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
Get bored, stranger.
Got lots of things. Need something? Not in your life. It's dangerous in there, and Falk doesn't even like me and Ertie going in every year to clean out the spiders. If you really want to, just be careful of the ghost. He snuck up on me once and scared me sick. It took a week for me to feel better. You can catch me at the Blue Palace later, if you want to talk again. Need something?
You were there for Rogvir's execution. Perhaps, but necessary. My cousin Fura is somewhere out there in Skyrim right now, fighting Ulfric Stormcloak and his damned insurrectionists. She wouldn't have to be there at all if it weren't for Rogvir. And my aunt wouldn't have to worry about her daughter. You really don't know? He lets Ulfric Stormcloak escape solitude. Ulfric rides in, murders the High King, and Rogvir lets him ride right back out. Most people head over to the Winking Skeever. If you're not interested in music or drink, you can at least talk to Corpulus. He can fill you in on any of the latest gossip. People to see and places to go, huh? Later then.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High King. With his voice, shouted him apart.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with? Wanderer like you must have plenty of tales to tell. But I'm afraid I'm too busy to hear them. Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with?
Keep the cold at bay with our spiced wine.
I got the finest weapons and armor. Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests. Fresh fish! Fresh fish!
Wine, the taste of home and heart.
Fresh fish! Fresh fish!